And hello, and welcome to Sonarfeed episode number 0404. We are here live at the Berliner Pub, in Renton, Washington, which is right here behind us. We welcome you into the show today. We thank you for joining us. We're having a little issue. Hold on. There we go. Thank you very much for joining us today. It is a big week this week as we get ready for the U.S. Open Cup. I apologize for the opening. I guess we went a little bit too long there on the opening. There was a little bit of a technical issue on my part, so I apologize for that. Anyways, welcome to the show. My name is Aaron Riley. At Sonar Riley on Twitter. This is Lee Rayall, at Lee Rayall on Twitter. Adam C. Smith, at Adam C. Smith on Twitter. Boys, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing awesome. We got big news this week. Big news.
It's the biggest news we may ever have on the Sonarfeed Live.
And we have our second guest.
And we have an actual person who knows something about what we try to podcast about every week.
Yeah, he's sitting over here. You can't see him yet, but you'll see him later. He's gonna be chiming in. So
we like having guests. We're 10 pounds all around town, so let's get rolling.
We got a lot of stuff to cover.
So are you guys saying that we don't normally know what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We are a shit show. Oh, that reminds me. We need to put out a disclaimer.
Yep.
We are a not safe for work program. That means there will be some minor cussing throughout this show. It could include the F word, so be careful. If you have kids, take them out. If you're out of the office, put on your headphones. All right, thanks.
We can teach your children how to cuss if you like, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah, probably not. If you are a guest in here, feel free to log in. You can log into Ustream with a free account. It's quick and easy. Feel free to join the crowd should you wish.
Then you can heckle us.
And you can
heckle us live, or you can actually use the hashtag Sonarfeed or hashtag Rats, and we'll be able to answer those live while we're going through the show. We'll be taking notes, so if you see myself or Mr. Adam over there going off to the side while the talent works, it's because we're responding to Twitter.
Yes.
Or we're just listening to you folks out there.
Yeah, I should have said my new nickname is The Talent. That's what they call me. I didn't want it, but they keep calling it to me.
It's temporary.
I'm going to go with it,
He
though.
doesn't really like it. It's temporary.
No, it's just temporary. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to lead off here. We're going to talk a little bit about Olympic soccer. Adam Lee. I watched it today. Did you watch it at all today?
Did you watch it? Yes, I did watch it.
Okay, so we'll talk about that.
Good. And we're competing with it on NBC.
There.
So if you're here, we appreciate it.
NBC Delayed has it on right now, so we're thankful you're watching.
Yep.
If you're live.
CCL recap.
Somebody picked it right.
Someone will win a chicken dinner.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say who that was, but he's also wrong about a lot of stuff.
We won. That's about all there is to say.
Pretty much. LA Galaxy recap.
Nobody got it right.
Whoa. No one got it right, but
I was wrong.
There was a read in the show notes. There's a subtle.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Victor the Predictor will jump in later on, I'm sure.
He will.
I just want my due.
Briefly talk about the U.S. Open Cup. I'm not sure what this event even is all about, so I'm hoping you guys know. U.S. Open Cup?
Oh, no, I heard something about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it is, what's going on, but maybe later we'll figure that out. We got this wonderful gentleman named Charlie, a.k.a. at Chaz4444. That's CHAZZ 4444. He is one of the, in my opinion, one of the preeminent silly season tweeters out there. I followed him for a while, and I've always enjoyed his tweets. He also writes for cheekybackheel.com. They're a great site of writers that do some amazing writing, obviously, because they're writers. They also on Twitter at cheeky_backheel, which we will tweet out in a little bit as well.
Which we all follow. I follow, you follow, and I'm pretty sure Lee does.
And then we're going to go to the lighter stuff. We're going to go to Twitter Nonsense of the Week Award.
That's my special. That's my specialty.
Let's just say it involves
an international incident.
One of the gentlemen sitting at this table. Well, gentleman's a strong word. One of the nut jugglers. Oh, sorry, that's too low. One of the nut jugglers sitting at this table who caused an international incident with two countries over an Olympic event.
If you can tweet both names, we'd like to hear it. If you're so in tune to the Twitter feed, that'd be amazing. But that's all the tease we're going to give them right now.
But go look up Atlee Rael's account and look at some of the people. Are they still doing it?
No, they actually stopped a couple days ago. Thank God.
So
they got their hate on.
And finally, last week's most popular topic after Gravano and the future was most hated player debate.
Yes.
That went on until about 1 o'clock that morning, back and forth, and it's continued all week. So
still open.
We're going to go on to that. Then a couple questions we've had asked.
Yes.
There's been actually a new addition
on our voicemail. Do you have our voicemail number handy for me?
Someone actually called during the show.
So before we get the voicemail number, I want to say thank you very much to Gravano. That's at Gravano, GIRVAN0 on Twitter.
Superhero.
He was absolutely fantastic last week.
You've got a lot to live up to.
Yeah, you do. You'd be worried. We enjoyed that. The future was wonderful talk. We do definitely plan on bringing that back here before too long, in different ways. We've actually had some of our loyal followers asking to get rid of Sonarfeed and create Gravano feed. We thank you, loyal viewers, for that support, the love.
We're taking it into consideration.
It is, yeah. So, but anyways, so I think we wanted to say thank you very much. It was a wonderful segment. We enjoyed it. You guys enjoyed it too so much that we invited, obviously, another guest here.
Shout out to Brian Anderson real quick.
All right, our phone number, our voicemail before we start the show is
425-390-3565.
4365.
4365.
Black and white,
all there. Please call us. Please rickroll us like we've already been done today.
Yeah, we got two now.
2 rickrolls.
We've already been rickrolled 2 times.
But we also actually have a legitimate question off the voicemail.
But if you would keep doing that, actually, it's one of my favorite songs. So I mean, I'm encouraging.
It was on the Spotify playlist.
It was, which I didn't do this week. So.
Asshole.
I know.
All right, let's go. Pop back in. Back on top.
Way out in the lead.
All right. Let's talk Olympic soccer, since that was a big topic today, kind of the what's hot of today.
Was there a game today?
There was, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was still reliving yesterday's 4-0 blast.
We will get there.
That's right. We'll get
Would you stop?
What was it, 7 goals today?
See, this is why you don't have children, because then they grow up to like this.
7 goals today?
7 goals today, yes.
7 goals today.
7 goals
First
today.
hat trick against the U.S. women's team in history.
Yes.
And women's team history.
Yeah, and her 3 goals put her 1 ahead of Wabach, or Abby Wabach, until she scored her penalty kick and tied it back up. So they're tied now. If I'm not mistaken, they're like 10 behind all time. I didn't write that down, actually.
Mia Hamm?
Mia Hamm, yeah. Mia Hamm all
So,
time.
but guess who's still in the tournament that can still score?
Who?
Oh, that's right, Abby Wambach.
I didn't think about that. Now, when is she playing next?
She will be playing for the gold medal sometime this week.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon. Unfortunately, we'll be getting on a plane right when that starts.
Right.
Who's getting on a plane?
We'll
get with that. We'll get with that later.
I'd like to say that I think Abby's my favorite player. Like if I could
really?
ask anyone out on a date,
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Miss Alex Morgan.
Never gonna happen.
Miss Alex Morgan and her panty shot on her Twitter feed.
She's too young for me. I couldn't if I could.
I'm not a big Abby Wambach fan.
She's over 18. She's perfectly old.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lee.
Yeah. So okay, this is going sideways in a hurry. So USA is going to play Japan.
In what? In a World Cup rematch from last year, right?
Yes, that's correct.
In a gold medal round.
126 minutes of play last time.
Yep.
Took it down to PKs.
So
Hope Solo blew it.
Yep.
The United States graciously let them win because they needed the love.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything going on in Japan last year, it was good. So
three Sounders women.
4, isn't it?
Hope,
Megan, Sydney, and Baby Horse.
Oh, that's right, 4 of them.
Alex.
Yeah.
So
all of them have 3 of them have goals in this tournament, and one of them has a shitload of saves and a whole bunch of controversy.
I mean, the defense was pretty bad today. Obviously, I mean, it was a rough game.
I think that's
beautiful
just
goals, though.
I think that's just the nature of the Olympic tournament, though.
Yeah, true.
It's such a fast-paced tournament. It's not like Champions League or Euros where you have a month long. I mean, this is a condensed tournament.
True.
I mean, I know the women are a lot more used to doing that.
Yep.
But it leads to faster defenses, faster defensive flaws.
Yep.
And when you have some of the top talent in the world, I mean, I don't care what you say. Sinclair for Canada today was on point.
They were amazing. It's too bad someone had to lose, but I have faith in the Americans' fitness and ability to regen, and I think I'm looking forward to the final, as everyone is. But,
well, and she's 29, so she's still young. I mean, relatively young. So Sinclair.
Yeah.
So she'll be around for another
in
one.
My age range.
So, so then they're going to play Japan. The men, I haven't watched a whole lot of the men, to be quite honest with you. I did watch Honduras, obviously. We're going to talk about Mario Martinez in a little bit when Chaz comes on. Wonderful. I mean, he was glorious. I love watching him play.
That kid. You want to talk about bringing youth and talent to the Sounders in a week?
I mean, he is exciting to me.
I imagine that. Morrow on one side, Martinez on the other.
Yes.
Tiffert crosses into the middle.
Yes.
And then Eddie Johnson's head.
Did you say Tiffert?
I did say Tiffert.
That's a teaser for later.
That is a teaser for later. That's a nut juggle for later, sir.
So Brazil is playing South Korea tomorrow.
Oh, I want to see South Korea just crush somebody. After the Great Britain PK story, I cried. I was so happy. I cried.
Yep.
It was like the revolution all over again. Wow. It was like 1789, and we were kicking the British out.
Really?
No.
You were born then?
I was.
You're almost old enough.
Fuck you.
Well, just saying. Yeah.
All right, so
and then the second match.
That's 4 swear words out of Lee already. For those at home.
Thanks for playing along.
Second match is Mexico versus Japan. So
actually, you know what? I want to see Mexico get to the finals. This solidifies CONCACAF for us.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what? If it wasn't going to be Mexico, it was going to be us. So, as much as I hate to root for Mexico, got to do it.
Yep.
So
in theory, go ahead.
As much as I hate to root for Lee, he was right on the score and the prediction. CONCACAF, I've gone to every game, and it's so up in the air. It can go any way for me when I watch it, all the games I watch. And for Lee to predict it in a crushing prediction, I would not have believed it.
Yep.
But he was right.
So let's talk a little bit about the stats.
Yep, go for it.
So, Sammy Ochoa,
Andy Rose,
and Freddie Montero. Do you see how happy Freddie Montero was to score?
Yes.
It was exciting. I felt for him.
Yeah.
And that Rose goal, which could have been an Ochoa brace, it was phenomenal. I mean, just the attacking speed that we actually sought out, went after, it was incredible.
I was surprised with how quickly they came in the first half, and then I was really, really scared. I was watching mainly because of Lee's prediction for the game last week.
Yeah.
When we got to the 3 goals, I was praying to anybody and anything, anywhere to not let them get a goal, and they got the PK.
Right.
And I watched the PK again. Did you guys watch the PK again?
Yeah.
Well, not the kick,
foul.
the actual foul.
The foul, yeah.
I still think it's 3-0. So you're probly wrong.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with the fact that it was called. I'm kind of surprised about. CCL, they're going to call a lot.
Yeah.
Hurtado has been a shit show for the last couple weeks. I'm sorry, John Kennedy. You were my favorite player in 2010.
Named after a fallen president. I love.
Anyway, back to CCL.
I'll sell my car to get to
I'll sell my car. Great. So with CCL, the game was great. The atmosphere, 7,800, not bad.
You didn't go. Obviously, you had other issues going on. Not that you don't normally go to the events that we go to.
Right? Yeah. Hang on. Can you take the knife right out of my fucking mouth?
No, I can't.
Asshole.
No.
You're right, though. I didn't see him there.
He wasn't there.
I wasn't there. You're right.
But I will tell you though that I sit in the north end, which is the all-inclusive section, unless you want hot dogs or water on the hottest day of the year, and then you won't get those. Not that I had any issues with that at the game.
Can I just say something about this?
Go for it.
Don't cross Sonar Riley.
Aaron, he will Twitter your shit out.
He will Twitter it out. You will be fired. You will be demoted. You'll be gone. Good day, sir.
Look, I've seen him do it to a clerk at a Ritz-Carlton.
It's a Ritz-Carlton. He picked up the phone. I thought he was joking.
Poor Karen. I don't know if Karen still got hired
She's
yet.
probably not even. She's not even in San Francisco.
She's probably watching.
I wonder if she got her last month's rent back.
I don't know. How's your Jaegers? Is it still chilled?
No, I drank it all.
Oh, okay, great. All right.
What did you guys think about the different configuration of the seating or CCL?
Okay, so
Good question.
The question is, in case you couldn't hear it,
From the live
was
audience.
what do we think about the configuration? Basically, in Quest, they actually shut down the stadium and left it like this. So
Like other CONCACAF matches down south, where one side looks packed, but you never see the other side.
For the TV side.
Looks
Yeah,
bigger.
for TV
Yeah,
side.
TV side.
Yeah.
And you know what? I will say, Fox did a really good job of making the stadium look really big.
Good. That's good.
And because I did watch it at home.
Yeah, which is good. I'd rather have you, if you're not going to go to the game, I like to give
I
you a hard
watched
time,
every minute.
but I want you to watch it at
Yeah, I
home.
mean, if you're not
because-
going to be there, then
Right.
the TV's the next best option. But
Yes.
I did. I watched every minute.
I enjoyed the seating because I sat in 3 different sections during the game, which it's not normally easy to get up and move around.
It's-
I spent a half in ECS. That's why my voice is hoarse from the last couple matches.
Yep.
I sat
Yeah.
in the shade and then all around.
I
thought it was
like
cool.
the aspect of being able to move around.
Yes,
so
I agree.
It gives you a lot more, much like a South American game or,
Yeah.
or Central American game, where you walk in the stadium and if you've got the right jersey on, you can go wherever you want.
Right.
There's no seating chart or
Right.
assigned seating. So
No, and that's the way it's going to be when we get down to or get to Kansas City. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's a
300 plus.
Not that you would know anything about that, but there's
look,
300 of us
son, I've
going.
spent more time in South America or in Central America than you have.
Maybe it's about equal now.
¿Cuál es tu programa?
Exactly.
I will tell you one major
See.
difference, though, in Kansas
See?
City.
No.
¿Tu chupa mi pica?
Yeah. See.
See?
Yes.
You'll actually be able to send a text or an email out of Kansas City's park, from
Yes.
what I hear.
Correct.
Right.
They have
Well, they
Wi-Fi.
have
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
They have Wi-Fi.
ironically,
Holy shit.
CenturyLink, who is a broadband cell phone
All right, so
provider,
finishing
who
up the
wants to
CCL.
sponsor
Finishing up
us.
the CCL,
Finish up
I
CCL.
predicted it correctly, 3-1.
He was right. I said 2-0. I was wrong.
I was wrong.
He said 1-1 draw because of the backline breakdown, which he was correct about the backline
He was.
breakdown.
There was a
definitely
lot
an issue
of
there.
there was a lot of recovery.
I went out on a limb with the extra. To give just the score
Yep.
is one thing, but to predict the
The breakdown.
nuances
Yeah.
in the game as a whole.
Yep.
You were right. You
So
got it.
I'm just leading into LA.
You got it,
Yep.
sir.
Nice work.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yep.
I tip my cap to you, sir.
I tip my backwards cap.
For once, you were right.
For once, I was right.
If
All
I'm
right.
right, we mean wrong.
Yeah, by right we mean wrong. So that was Stanley Lancaster's first referee against us. So he is now 1-0 in our viewing so far, in our playing against him. And by the way, we're getting some great questions. Keep them coming, please.
Keep them coming. We're getting them via Twitter. We're getting them via.
Voicemail and
Voicemail.
Rick rolls. Keep the Rick rolls coming, please.
Yeah.
Actually, play a different song. We got a lot of Rick
No,
rolls.
I like the Rick rolls.
Okay, fine.
All right. Okay. So jumping ahead now, we're gonna go talk about LA Galaxy.
Holy shit!
So
Why were you surprised?
because
Why was I surprised?
why was I surprised? Because it was 95 degrees out and they ran out of water in the North End all-inclusive section. Have I brought that up yet?
Wait, hang on. Who was the company that did that?
That was Levy, whatever you want to
Levy.
pronounce it. LEVY, yeah.
Assholes.
Supposedly they fixed it the last 3 times
They
they've done
wouldn't
this.
they wouldn't give your 7-year-old
Now-
child water.
So I was gonna, hold on. So I was gonna make them answer the question about that. What they did do, I will say this: they brought down 2 bottles of water with the caps on, which they never give you the caps. They gave us the bottle of water with the caps, and
I
they gave
get
us 2
caps and
hot
gloves.
dogs that they literally had gotten out of the oven that were the hottest thing I've ever felt in my hand. They almost burned me. They were that hot. So
I've heard
to give them
Cal-
credit, they did that. But it took a long time. Linda and Nancy, who work in the stadium security area, or the people flow management, were wonderful. They took care of us. Anyways, let's go to the game because I'm
wait
just
a
going to
minute.
complain.
I just heard something going around about the hot dogs and the water not being there.
Yeah.
But
What
I've
about
heard
dirty
that-
water hot dogs?
I've heard that the wieners were so hot that Aaron needed mittens to handle them.
He was juggling nuts.
Maybe. All right. So LA Galaxy. I predicted. I'm going to start off with the predictions here because I honestly did not expect a win there. We have not played LA. We were 2-0, won 2-0 earlier this year.
Well, actually,
none of their stars were there.
The only person that actually predicted a win was Adam.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah,
And not just a win, sir.
yeah. He predicted a win that breaks their backs.
Thank you.
I think he put that in after the win.
He might have.
No.
He might have.
No, you can watch the damn show
Yeah.
last week, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
And kids.
Really?
Sorry for the
Hang on. Where can
cursing.
we find that show?
Well, anywhere. YouTube, iTunes,
Rats.org.
Rats.org, anywhere.
Yeah. So with a 2-1, he was 2-2 draw. I don't think any of us would have predicted a 4-0 shellacking.
Wait a minute. I think breaking their backs is a 4-0 shellacking.
Why didn't
No,
you put
you're
4-0?
right.
It's a shell. We broke their backs.
2-1.
We did. You know
2-1
what?
them. We broke
You know
them,
what?
sir.
The best thing I saw last night was watching David Beckham and Robbie Keane cry like little sissies.
Oh, yeah.
All night long.
Yes, all night long.
Yeah, when you get broken, things like that happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But backline held up. We had Iani back there. We had Park back there.
Iani was beautiful last night.
We had Johansson actually, we kept the ball to the right side of the field, so Johansson couldn't touch it for 20 minutes, which was awesome.
But also, I think he clearly took some cues from the Sonarfeed live show. We really raked him over the coals, and I think he picked it up and played really well.
Yeah, exactly. It was us. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take credit for that. Leo Gonzalez played a solid game.
I love Leo.
I love Leo.
I thought he played really well for the first 60 minutes. Putting Mark Birch in when we did
it was great.
A smart move.
It was.
Energy.
I mean, if you look at what Siggy did, I tweeted this out earlier today to a couple people, but I think what Siggy's done over the last few weeks of roster management, and really the whole year, he's done a wonderful job.
Yep.
He brought in Freddie, played Freddie, because Freddie's starting on Wednesday. Evans is going to start, so he took Evans out. Tiefer, I don't know if he'll play now.
We don't even know where Evans really is health-wise, because he pulled his groin or hamstring about the 40th minute.
The gentleman area.
Yeah.
True, okay. But in general, though, I think he's going to be someone who can play on Wednesday. If his hamstring's not, or groin's not an issue.
I have to say something as someone who loves the guy. Just like the looks on his face and stuff, I have a feeling he's going to retire in 6 months.
Who, Brad Evans?
Yeah, no, I mean I don't think he's going to, but just
Write that down as a
just
prediction,
his
would you?
demeanor.
Yep, got it.
I feel something that he and with the Tiffert signing and some things.
Wait, hang on! Don't bring up the Tiffert.
Oh no,
name.
sorry. This is from the future.
The T name. No, well, Tipper played, and I gotta say,
he did. Came in 26 minutes plus stoppage.
That's what I was trying to say.
Go for it then.
Well, wait,
I said it. You
good
shut my
lead.
app.
Good lead.
Thank you.
You're
But
amazing.
then you shut it down.
Well, I didn't think we were going to go there yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for being
No,
on
you
the
were
ball.
right. You were right. All there, black and white.
Crystal clear.
So let's talk about Tiffert for a second. I personally thought he was perfectly good German gentleman. Came in, did what he had to do.
Yep.
How could you tell he was German?
German
How close were you
efficiency.
sitting, sir?
Well, I was up in section 234.
And how close is that to the field?
Oh, I was on the field yesterday
Yeah.
during his
Thank
warm-ups.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Speaking of lead-ins,
Yeah.
but how could you tell he was German then?
I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
He's got a really good
He had a
tan.
good German demeanor.
He played in Germany, and he's from
I
Germany.
know, but he had a good German demeanor.
But,
Oh, yes.
But so for me, I'm supposed to have this hatred for Tiffert because he played for
FCK1 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaiserslautern,
Yep.
and he played for Salzburg.
Yep.
My two hated teams, Germany and Austria, they're like the Devils. But I love him. He came on,
Yep, the Devils.
scored in almost his first 4 minutes on the field.
Right. Yeah. I mean, beautiful shot. And he was. What I see there earlier today, he was 11 for 12 in passing, or 11 for 13.
92%.
92%.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's only 12 touches, as he said it, and that's what I love about his interviewing skills so far. I tweeted it the other day. I have a man crush on him now. I mean, I absolutely love this guy. I just think he's so right for this team. He's going to just be that nice piece of our team. And I'll be honest with you, and Chaz and I talked about this a little bit on the phone last week, previous to doing this. I wanted Verdu. I mean, I think a lot of us wanted Verdu. But seeing Tiefert come in, the way he's been in practice, the way he's playing on the field, I'm excited. I am excited.
I was surprised at how quickly he fit in.
Like that.
Yeah,
Immediately.
He was right into the game. He's in the flow. He was actually down in the box and on frame. He's
Yep.
making passes in. I mean, I don't know if I should have been surprised, but I was very pleasantly surprised
You look
for
good.
coming in late.
You look good.
I'm excited about Wednesday. That's all I'm
I
saying.
am too.
So the Galaxy game, there was a joke that we told yesterday. Some people liked it. Those of you that are season ticket holders, wait for the email. Will be going out in the next day or two. Either email, or if you don't use your email, they'll be sending you a hard copy invoice. They're going to bill us double for that match to make up for the game that we lost 0-4 back in 2010. So
Right,
just be ready for that.
We have to pay it
Fake
back.
Adrian, yeah.
Thank fake Adrian for that.
Now
Yes,
I can't
please.
go to Kansas City.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes.
Jeez.
Which, by the way, I sold 2 of my tickets for that game, the game in Galaxy. So I got basically six tickets paid for that night, which was absolutely. Well, the game was actually so horrible, it wasn't worth it. But
There was one quick question here since we're on the thing. What of the 4 goals, what was our favorite during the LA Galaxy match?
that's a great Gervano. Good
Thanks,
question
Gervano.
Gravano asked that question?
Yeah.
What'd you
None
say?
of them, sir. None of them. No.
They were all equally excellent.
I like David Beckham's goal.
Oh, was he there?
Oh no, he didn't have one.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't have one. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with the grown-ass man, Eddie Johnson. all the way.
I mean, that was an important one because it was like the shocker right out of the gate. It was like, we can win this.
That was the start.
Team.
That's what took Josh Saunders off of his line for the rest of the game.
I got
the shots of cocaine he was doing, and the line. I mean, the shots of cocaine.
Actually, I put
shots of tequila.
When I was down on the field yesterday, I actually put a couple of hotel bottles down in the back goal line.
Nice.
a little rat's trap.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He took them like cheese.
My favorite goal is the Freddie Montero. His body was twisted the opposite
that
direction.
was-
Get
that
into
was
the
that
upper
one.
90.
Okay.
He's my boy. F17 is my boy.
And that was fingertip attempt.
So
there was contact.
I'm going to use the talent's timeout.
He kicks it so
Talent timeout.
Talent timeout.
Oh shit.
Mr. EJ Lover picks the EJ goal. Mr. Freddie Lover picks the Freddie goal.
Mr. Caskey Lover.
Takes the Kasky goal.
I'll do my best to do my duty.
It's funny how that works. No, it works out well. I mean, I love Eddie. So Eddie scored into our net on the
so
north
you're a
end,
Kasky
and
fan?
he
Is that what
almost.
you're gonna
I am.
say?
He almost scored
Kasky
again on that next one. It was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, Eddie was phenomenal in the first half.
So the last word on this is, what was the last jersey you bought? Did you get the Kasky?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I just wondered.
I'm pretty sure it was.
His
Hashtag.
own marketing
Sonarfeed.
device.
Yes.
Sonarfeed, okay.
It may have been a Sonarfeed.
Yeah, his favorite player is Kasky.
Those of you going Wednesday, which we'll talk about in a minute, I will have that jersey with me. But no, Kasky's goal I thought was phenomenal. Freddie's goal was great. Rose's goal was great. Eddie Johnson's goal was great. We could have had, 3 or 4 more goals? A few things that bounced correctly.
Tifford had that really good shot on.
Tifford had a great shot.
Attempt.
Eddie had 1 or 2 more.
There was a lot of good run-ins. Freddie actually had a couple good run-ins.
So
Morrow had some good crosses into the top.
Yep.
Kasky may have even had 3 goals in that game had he run hard enough.
Yep.
I think we've all stated the obvious. Now it's time to bring in a professional.
Well, no, we actually have to talk about Open Cup before we go.
One more topic. So, you've all been waiting for the wonderful news, and now I'm out of the camera. You've all been waiting for the new wonderful news.
So you're going, right?
No, I'm not going. I gave my ticket to Lee so Lee could go because I was told that you don't want me there. I didn't do anything good.
Well, hang on. Let's
not
talk
going
about what
with
we're
Lee.
actually talking about.
I'm not
so
going with
what are we talking about?
on Wednesday,
Yes.
Kansas City, U.S. Open Cup. A lot of you have heard us say
C4 Adel.
this guy and this guy are going.
Yes.
Coming in hot over here.
I've been a coming in a hot victim. Well, I want to let you guys know that I pulled the trigger. I will be going. I will be there live and in person.
Kansas
I will
City.
be making my 4th U.S. Open Cup final.
Undefeated.
I took a little convincing from my wife and my boss. But,
Thank you, Ames. Thank you.
yeah. So
And it took me asking him.
actually, had it not been for Aaron and his constant bitching for the last month,
Yeah, a month.
I bitched, my bitching was on a lower level, granted.
Yeah, no, I have been bitching about it for about a month. Every day, every chance I get.
Well, since San
we got
Francisco,
back.
yeah.
This poor guy's been
Chivas,
taking shit from us for 4 weeks now,
Yeah.
basically.
So-
and he's in now. And I also have to recant something. The convertible is now full. We have 4 rats in the car. If you see us, don't ask for a ride.
Yeah. Oh, we have people watching commercials. Arby's.
That's fine. They can
All right,
watch
so
later.
the U.S. Open Cup, just briefly going to talk about that. We're going to do a full show post-game.
We're going to do a quick prediction now, real quick.
We are going to do a full prediction. Kansas City's coming in 2-2-1 in the last 5 games. There were some tweets earlier today that we have not faced anybody in the Open Cup with a worse coming in last 5 games. So the good news is we've always come in stronger into each one of these. Kansas City is a tough match. This is going to be an interesting match. So Adam, I'm going to throw it to you first. What is your prediction for tonight? Or for Wednesday?
Oh, good. I was like, well, tonight I'm going to get drunk and use the men's room.
Okay.
It might be sooner rather than
Well,
later.
since we're going in and there's going to be 300 strong, roughly, is what I'm hearing. The numbers random.
Biggest away support ever, I heard.
Yeah,
Yes.
biggest for we're going to win. It's just a matter of the crushing.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Lee's prediction for the last game for CONCACAF and say a 3-1 win. Going away, we're gonna win it going away.
So
we're going
a
to embarrass
3-1.
them at home, and we may not ever get out of Kansas City alive if we're wearing the colors.
Fair enough. Okay.
Adam, 3-1.
Yep. Lee.
And as Victor the predictor, I don't like to say that we're going to die, but
Actually, I want to go with the same prediction, 3-1. I think that our goal scoring has been superb lately. Either Kyle Kamara or Saprong's going to score. It's going to happen. Or Teal's going to score.
Yeah.
is it going to be a superstar shot or like a soft goal?
It depends.
I think it's going to be a soft
Is
goal.
Hurtado going to start?
John Kennedy Hurtado, named after our fallen president, will not let a goal in.
Really?
No,
Really?
not going to happen.
Okay. Well, as long as John
Put that in
Kennedy,
the predictions.
This
He's
is a
not,
cup.
Kennedy will not screw it.
That's fine. Put it down. Victor the predictor never backs down from a prediction.
Yep. So fair enough.
what's your score there, Aaron?
Yeah. Now you're on the spot,
I'm going
big man.
2-0.
2-0.
A shutout.
All right.
We're gonna have Gaspernian in that. His mastery of the back line lately has been phenomenal.
That's fair.
I haven't watched the replay yet.
Punches.
He's
Yeah.
been punching.
He had one yesterday that Yanni and him went back and forth on, and it was a bad punch, but everything else has been wonderful. And it wasn't a bad punch; it was at the right spot, so it wasn't. But it was a dangerous punch.
And I heard through the Twitter feed after the game that Sperning was actually mic'd up really well, and
Yes.
they could actually hear him
Right.
organizing the back line,
Yeah.
which is something that we've been lacking with Meredith, and we've been lacking
Yep.
with what's his name, Weber.
Weber, yeah.
Number 33, my number.
Yeah.
My number.
So I'm going 2-0, partly because I enjoy 2-0 predictions. I've been wrong every time so far, so I'm going to keep going with that.
Good.
Actually, I hope I am wrong because that means we will never do another show again, so we will be dead.
True.
Murdered by Sporting Kansas City.
It's going to be a
fans.
tough match,
Their
regardless.
bloodlust.
It's definitely going to be a tough.
We
tough
are going to get some good barbecue though.
We are going to get some good barbecue.
And this is a warning to anyone that Sporting Kansas City fans. Take me down on the first shot because I
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green.
no on the first shot.
Oh.
Because if you don't,
we're not doing
I will
Good
hurt
Roast
you and
lyrics?
you'll never forget that night.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to let the talent here pick up with Chaz. Chaz is going to come in here. He's going to talk about MLS silly season and all the great things that were. So,
And I'll have him sit on kind of on this side here. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Come on over this side.
Come on over.
I need to slide out here. And there you go.
And we're almost back. All right. Okie dokie. Come on in.
All right.
All right, welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hello, everybody. This is Chaz
What's up, rats?
at Chaz, the 2 Z's,
2 Z's,
4 4s.
4 4s.
Excellent.
All about the 4.
All about the 4. So, again, we talked about it briefly at the beginning, but I asked Charlie here to get on with us. And there, you got your notes, perfect. I asked him to come on with us because we've had some wonderful dialogues, and watching you throughout the silly season kind of give us your input. You earlier when we were talking, you said you're not much of a necessarily the social. You don't like interact a
I'm
lot.
not like the dialogue guy on
Yep.
Twitter too much. Respond more of a retweeter, and just kind of if I find something news-wise for Sounders or even MLS-wise, I kind of throw it out there.
Yep. And that's what we like. I mean, that's what I wanted to see. I love the idea of the silly season.
Oh, for
but
sure.
I don't have enough free time in my day to scour the interwebs looking for all the
Yeah,
stuff you
the
find.
transfer windows for me are trouble. It's lack of sleep. It's staying up late. It's trying to pick up the newswire late in the morning. It's trouble for me. And luckily, they're only twice a year, so then I can go back to normal life after that.
Right, yeah. I mean, obviously, your home life, I'm sure, suffers a little bit during that period of time.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so let's go right into it. Let's talk a little bit about what just happened in the silly season here. Let's talk about some of the other teams, some of our big rivals.
Right.
Who was kind of like the top and who was kind of the worst, do you think, and what happened so far?
It was a very busy summer. I was reading Bobby McMahon on Fox Soccer, and he was mentioning now that we've had 53 designated players now in MLS in 6 seasons now. 31 in the league right now. 16 are in their first season this year. It's really progressing. The designated player rule is picking up. All the other teams are finally using it. We're actually down to the point where Colorado is the only team that hasn't even used it yet.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
So
So
Colorado's
everyone-
the only team that hasn't had one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that hasn't even used one yet
Okay.
in their history.
right.
So it's getting real busy. But other than us, we could talk about us at
Yeah,
some point.
we'll go to us in a minute. Let's talk about some of the other rivals.
So our rivals, Whitecaps, very busy.
Yeah.
They brought in a lot of experience, but we don't know if they're going to be able to play up their potential. Kenny Miller, Barry Robson, Dane Richards, Andy O'Brien, and then a youngster, Thiago Ulysses. it's a lot of talent that was brought in. Of course, to do that in MLS, you got to take stuff out. They had to sell off Eric Hasley, Kiyomiento, and our favorite Cebola too.
Right.
But they, like I said, they did bring in a lot of experience that has played overseas, especially Miller and Robson and O'Brien.
Now, do you think that, so overall, what would you kind of grade their level so far at?
I think the Whitecaps did really well. I mean, just like ourselves, I think they did what they needed to do. I would probably give it like an A-. Only for the fact that it's a lot of name recognition. It's a lot of international experienced guys. But we don't know if they're going to play up to their potential. A lot of those guys are in their 30s. They might not play up to what they were overseas.
Yep, absolutely.
So that's why I wouldn't give them a perfect grade in that. But they're definitely going to give us a run right now. I think they're 3 points behind us. It's going to be a battle till the end.
Yep. Okay, so anybody else that was that did well?
No one really else in the West did much. It was pretty quiet in the West otherwise, just a few pieces otherwise. But in the East, the Impact made some name signings. Of course, they got Marco Di Vaio and Alessandro Nesta, and then had to ship out Justin Braun, which is unfortunate. Which is a great pickup for Real Salt Lake, of course. But the Impact, they're trying to bring in fans. They're trying to get the name for themselves. So
now, I mean, does it seem like Montreal overall has been kind of a flop this first year? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a better word, maybe, but it just seems like, from an outsider's view, they brought in what they expected to be some amazing talent. Yeah. They've gotten rid of most of those players they brought in. Right. They just didn't. Did they just not fit in the system? Did they just?
Well, I think they're forcing the issue too much. That expansion team, you got to be patient. I think Portland is learning that the hard way right now. So it's like. I think so. They're trying to blend some of their young guys, and then they're trying to get some veterans in there, and veterans that people know. And in the Montreal population, people are going to recognize Di Vaio and Nesta, the Italian heritage. Everyone that follows Serie A, they're big names. They're at the end of their career, but
so here's a great comment question from the audience here. Do you think that, based on what you're seeing and to help grow the league, perhaps? Well, do we need to increase the DP?
I think it's going to force its hand. Okay. That's what we're seeing now, that all the other teams are utilizing it. A lot of the teams are maxing out the 3, and I think maybe that was Don Garber's idea. Is he wanted to slowly do this, like he's so worried about doing. And now that we're forcing the hand. Like, every team has used it now. For the teams that have been maxed out for a while, have the money to do even more. You got to allow it to happen. We got to go 4, we got to go 5, or we got to up the cap.
Okay, excellent. All right, so let's talk about Seattle.
Okay.
They, obviously, we had a lot of targets this year.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of the ones we didn't get yet.
Okay. For me, like the Sounders, if I wanted to grade, I thought it would be, a B+, an A-. And I think the only way that we would have got a perfect score is maybe if we did get Verdu. Okay. Juan Verdu instead of Tiffert. I'm not complaining. I'm the biggest Tiffert fan there is. I've already personalized the jersey.
That was great, by the way. Yeah. If you haven't seen the 5-cent Tiffert,
it's a 13 cent.
Sorry, 13 cent.
No, it was
13-cent Tiffert jersey. I retweeted it this morning, and I'm sure Chaz can redo it again. It was.
I think I changed my avatar. It was
wonderful.
Is it now? Such a great jersey.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And if anyone wants to have that personalized themselves, you can direct message me and give me your address, and I'll hook that up for you. I've got lots of tapes. So.
Yeah, perfect. And now, what do you charge for that? Like $1,300 a piece?
Well, it cost me 13 cents. Okay. But I've got to mark it up.
Exactly. That makes sense. Perfect. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Okay. So Verdu we didn't get, obviously.
Right.
Is there anybody else that maybe some people wouldn't know about that we went after this off season that we didn't get, or even this silly season, this transfer season?
Right. There's no one really specific. It's more of reading between the lines, because the problem is Adrian Hanover. He doesn't he doesn't reveal his hand. He doesn't at all. He's very tight-lipped. So it's just a matter of just trying to see what pieces we're looking at and see if there's pieces that were similar. So I think as the Tiffert negotiations dragged out, you could see that we were looking elsewhere. We're trying for Verdu. That still could be a possibility in the next winter. But because we were looking for that box-to-box type player, that guy in the middle that could create, that there was a name from the Czech Republic, David Jerelem, who has also have Bundesliga experience, that was rumored to MLS, no team specifically, but it's like, read between the lines, I bet it was us. Just little things like that.
So what do you think, as we look towards the off season, what do you think we need to look at for the off season?
I think for the Sounders specifically,
Sounders specifically,
I'm not going to give up on Verdue yet. I still think that's a scenario that hasn't played out. He still has not re-signed and renewed with Espanyol.
Okay, so he has not.
He has not, even as of today. He's still talking the talk that he wants to stay, but he's hearing otherwise. I don't think they have the money to keep him, especially compared to the offer we gave him.
Right.
So even if it's us trying to get him or another team in La Liga, I think he's going to leave. So I think we're going to remain in the hunt for that, especially if Montero might leave in the winter as well. And I think he would be a perfect like-for-like replacement in a 4-2-3-1.
So you think that you think there's a good chance that we lose Freddie in the offseason?
I think the interest just keeps building and building, and we're so nervous that it's going to happen. And I know that he wants to, so I think that it's going to happen. And I think it's just a matter of us getting the right deal, us lining up the deal we want, to replace him. And I think Verdue is that. And if it's not him, we'll find something else. Hanover's got it covered.
Yep. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, in order to get a Verdue, we need to look at somebody going, and it's
right,
going to be
which
Montero.
would be Montero, and then and then with that, it's not like Montero's the only one that's shining. You can see that there's going to be European interest from Alonso,
Yep.
And with that, we have to line up a move there, and you can see now that we signed Mario Martinez from Real España, and that we've been scouting him since last winter.
Right.
We weren't just scouting Mario Martinez.
No, exactly.
We were scouting Eder Delgado, who was a defensive mid that really could come in and replace Alonso if something happened there.
Yep, absolutely.
We were looking at the young left back, Ever Alvarado. He could be a replacement for an aging Leo. I love Leo, but it's going to happen at some point, and Birch isn't going to be that replacement. We're going to have to upgrade better.
Have we been looking at a center back at all?
Well, we did have yet another Real España player that was on their reserve team, Arlington Gutierrez.
Okay.
He did trial with the Sounders last winter.
Okay.
We didn't pick him up because he did trial with Ever Alvarado too. But you can see we're just getting looks, and it's like every move that you can see us making. It's always like one transfer window ahead. Hanover is looking at moves that he's going to do down the line. So they're always in constant contact.
He was just in South America about a month and a half ago, if I recall correctly.
Right.
So about a month there. That was for 18 months from now, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense. So, with that said, are there any other? So that's kind of the Sounders, right? In a nutshell. Right. We lost Fernandez, obviously Flacco. That was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he got hurt in the first Chicago Fire game.
9 minutes in, or something like that.
No, I think it was the second half. He got subbed out, 50th minute.
Okay.
Tweaked his ankle. I don't think it's anything serious.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, I didn't see, unfortunately, the game. I just heard that it was not too early. Or it was early in the game. I mean,
he looked good. He looked good, and they were playing him all over. He was free roaming all over. Yeah. Kind of the way we always wanted him to look.
Yep, absolutely, which is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay.
And
then Ozzy going potentially overseas is another possibility. Right. Is there anybody else in the MLS that you think is, whether it be a star coming in or a star going out?
You hear about the big moves, the shiny moves, Galaxy were flirting with Frank Lampard. And of course, any move like that, it's going to have to be that, Donovan might want to make a permanent move to the Premier League. Everton again, or Robbie Keane goes back to England, or David Beckham retires, whatever. That's the only way it's going to happen, unless, of course, we up the DP rule and add a fourth, and then they'll squeeze in a Lampard and whoever else they want, Del Piero.
Okay, perfect.
Red Bulls were, flirting with Kaká, but I think that's a move for after Brazil 2014. It's going to be a couple years away.
Yeah, right. Now, Lampard obviously is another one.
Yes.
Is that any chance there, you think, or not really?
I kind of mentioned that.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
But I think it is, because he's dropping on the depth chart for Chelsea. He's not going to get as much playing time this year.
I guess what I meant was, is it going to be this year, you think, or is it going to be 2014, kind of 2013, 2014?
I think it depends on how much playing time he gets this fall.
Year. Okay.
This fall is going to determine it, whether those younger midfielders for Chelsea are going to step in. And he wants to resign, but they're not going to want him.
Right.
They want to turn over the old guys.
Yep, perfect. Now, the other name, obviously, that came out this week, which was interesting, I thought, was this little guy. He plays number 7.
Yeah, not many people have heard of him.
Yeah, what's his name? Fred Ronaldo or something like that?
Yeah. But he's not the fat Ronaldo.
Oh, not the fat Ronaldo.
I've heard that. That's the only thing I know.
Yeah. But anyways, you guys probably saw that MLS video.
Right.
I mean, what do you really think about that? I mean, that was purely I'm in a foreign country. I'm going to just say this for fun.
Yeah, marketing purpose for
I'm
himself.
flirting with the hot chick that was my interviewer.
He's trying to add, followers to Twitter, to Facebook. You know,
yeah.
I mean, even if it'd have to be far, far down the line.
Right.
I don't see it.
Yeah, it was kind of, but it like a Verdu would have been a coup, I think, for the MLS. But a coup on a scale of about that much. That would just be ridiculous.
Just for name recognition. Yeah.
All right. So, we talked about the MLS. What about the EPL a little bit?
Okay. Well,
or any of the overseas leagues.
Okay. Well, like we were saying, how like Chelsea is kind of looking to get rid of the old and bring in the new. They did. Drogba's got off to China. Kalou is off. They brought in Eden Hazard, Marine from Germany, and then the young Brazilian Oscar. I mean, and then we saw them in the friendly match.
Yeah.
Hazard and Marine. Wow, so quick. A lot of explosion there. That's going to really help them.
They're going to be dangerous this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to start out, I think, a good team.
And then Arsenal has kind of have been forced to make additions. I think the whole Van Persie thing, as it's playing out, I think he might actually stay, and it's only for the reason that Wenger has had to go out and actually make big additions, and I think he has with Giroud from France, Cazorla from La Liga, Podolski from the Bundesliga, and maybe even a possible Nuri Sahin from Real Madrid. I mean, these are big moves.
Right, absolutely.
And I would say, why would Van Persie want to leave?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. Yeah. So we're being given just a couple more minutes left here. Okay. So we really went like this and tried to shovel 8,000 minutes into about 11. So we didn't hit a lot of detail. We're talking about doing this again. We're going to have some other details. We're in the off season of the silly season right now.
Right, yeah.
And
I'm going to go into hibernation.
Yeah, exactly. So Charlie's going to go sleep for a couple of months. And we have off-camera commentary going on. But you're going to kind of go away for a little while. But without revealing all of your sources, kind of give us, in the next 30 seconds or so, how do you do this? How are you the guy that when we see a tweet from you, it's usually either right or darn near right, or it's going to lead to something that's going to be right.
Right.
How do you do it?
I'm flattered you say that. Really, it's just an obsession. I love to stay up late at night and just ponder the possibilities, whether it's for my team or other teams, and just think about how all teams are trying to improve themselves.
Yep.
And then just ponder, well, what piece needs to come in, what needs to go out. And it's just a matter of just, it's not like I have like inside sources, too much, but it's just more of just like, Google News searching certain topics, following foreign Twitter accounts.
Now, do you speak foreign language at all, or are you...
Very, very little. Okay. I mean, I speak some Spanish, very little German. It's just a matter of translation, and then just trusting the translations. I can pick up keywords, and the keywords is what gets you onto summaries and stuff. So then I can just summarize and get the idea that something's in the works. And since something like the Sounders are always tight-lipped, the only way you're going to hear anything about the Sounders looking at someone overseas is essentially an overseas newspaper.
Yep,
so
absolutely. All right, so when I end this with, we have a wonderful comment from Brasbit, who is our color commentary sometimes. He says that you sound too logical. Do you realize that this is the MLS? Which, it's great. That is a wonderful way to end this segment. I mean, there is absolutely a lot of logic in what he's talking about.
There's too many fine print rules to go by. Yeah.
So Chaz is going to stick around. He's going to go off camera for a few minutes here. We have a couple other topics, but he's going to be here. So if you have more questions, we'll answer those in the Q&A section coming up. And we'll do our post-game show most likely as well, where we have you just sit here for a moment or two and we'll just babble as we go. So, with that said, we are going to go ahead. That's correct, the after show. I already talked about that. Yep. My producer is trying to produce without knowing what we're producing. Oh, hold on. I'm being told to do this, and then this, a little bit of that. My producers are not as fun. If you want to watch good producers, watch the newsroom. And if you are a producer and you want to come help me,
we were just talking about. We're gonna put a fucking mic.
Okay, I went too early. I want to thank you very much for everything. That was outstanding. Loved it.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, hey, hi. So we'll have him on here in a little bit here too. All right.
Awesome.
Oh, this is
thank
yours.
you.
Thank you.
That's mine. Yes. Thank you.
All
right.
That's on me, by the way, asshole.
Oh, thank you. Switching to bourbon now. Basil Hayden on the rocks.
I'm not used to just
So we are very thankful to have Charlie, Chaz 444.
Whoa! Opa! The
lost.
Berliners slinging beer, and a quick shout out to Shaney down in LA town.
Yes, Shaney in LA town. All right, so before we go further on the show, I want to just say a quick little piece here. The Berliner is having Renton's as part of Renton's first annual Oktoberfest.
The very first.
3 days of pure German celebration, Bavarian style.
Sausage fest.
But you don't have to be celibate. It's a celebration.
Oh, it's not a sausage fest?
Not a sausage
Okay.
fest.
Oh.
Men and women, a very good
I will
balance.
redo this wonderful spot later when I don't have the Tweedledum and Tweedledummer on with me.
Good. I'm just
But
glad
anyways,
I'm not dumber.
Renton Pavilion in September, even though it's Oktoberfest, it doesn't actually start in October, as
What?
many know. I know it's funny,
Would
but a
you
lot
like
of
me to
people
do
don't
the read?
understand that.
Do we
If
know
you
the
guys
story?
wouldn't talk, it'd be just fine. So we're going to be just fine. All right.
Actually,
I have it right here. I had
But
it.
it's bigger here.
Oh my God. All right. Jesus. This train wreck has gotten worse.
Well, I'm the only one here that
all
has
right,
glasses. I have to
we gotta
assume I can read
back up.
So, we are going to go talk about the Twitter nonsense that happened this week. One of our friends here, and I use friends very loosely,
Although he's coming in hot.
he is coming in hot.
Told you.
He decided to tweet, for some reason, that Poland and Latvia, I believe, are the two countries you use.
They are. They were the two.
They were playing beach volleyball, one of the opening rounds. So he decided to tweet, ha ha ha.
No, there was no ha 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 in there.
I'm paraphrasing.
Oh, you're paraphrasing.
I'm using Sonarfeed paraphrasing capabilities here.
They read it.
All right, go ahead.
It was ha ha ha. Poland and Latvia in beach volleyball? How do they practice? They don't have beaches there. There are no beaches. The only beaches are in America, because I'm an American and I only know about my country. Now again, I'm paraphrasing. Really what he said basically was, how in the world do they practice beach volleyball when it's 2 degrees outside? And then what happened?
On the Baltic Sea. On the Baltic Sea.
Right, on the
Yes.
Baltic Sea. Good question, but I'm asking Lee, how did that work? How did the translation from English to Latvian and Polish via a cold digital text Twitter, how did that work out for
So
you?
apparently sarcasm is lost on them.
Yes, I think so.
The country of Latvia has been very generous as to not reply at all.
Really?
Yes, but Poland, on the other hand,
Thank
has
you.
been brutal. Apparently sarcasm completely lost on the Polish.
Quick self-edit by Lee there, which is really amazing.
I've
actually.
never deleted a post out of just straight up I don't want to hear any more about this before. I deleted my post to Poland.
Lee is a tweet deleter because he caused international
Wait
turmoil.
a second, but I was printed in a magazine.
Yes, he was
in an actual magazine. So the people that wanted to make fun of me, to pick on me about this,
Even us.
actually had to type my name into Twitter.
There were a few accounts that I looked up that actually had tweeted to nobody else but
But
Lee
me.
and had just created their accounts recently.
So I just want to go on the record as saying Poland has 450 kilometers of beautiful white sand beaches
And we can't-
that you cannot play on in January.
But we can't wait to be there in August. Yes, August. Someday, Poland, and we know you're watching because we have international viewers. We're bigger than we ever thought we'd get with like 500 people watching live right now. It's ridiculous. I hope you're not all hating. I hope it's not people that hate Lee that are tuning in specifically to hate on him.
Yeah, because you know what? God bless the Polish. You know what? I've never been so embarrassed. I feel like I've created an
but again-
international.
but the
First of
funny-
all, just think of the coastline that you're talking about as a history minor. Poland's been cut in half since World War II. They would have had double that if it weren't for World War II.
Yeah, we actually tried to go through Latvia to go to freaking to Stalingrad, right?
We love you.
World War II?
For all you guys that are tuning in from Poland, please show us some love. And
Okay, so the bottom line is what I want to talk about this is because the funny part, one of the funny part I thought was that America, right? America. Yeah, apostrophe MER. It is so funny that Lee is not the most politically correct man I know. Lee is.
No, I'm not.
IT bitch fail. That's a good hashtag
IT
right
bitch
there.
fail.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody
it is.
tweet out IT bitch fail with the hashtag for Lee.
Yeah,
please.
yeah. If we retweet IT bitch fail, that would be absolutely wonderful.
Everyone who does that will get a Casey Keller armband, Captain. Remember, I have extras. If you tweet out live, it can't be tomorrow. It has to be right now. IT bitch fail with @LeeRail and Sonarfeed, I will mail you a Casey Keller captain's armband.
The bottom line is, we like Lee. I thought it was hilarious. He actually told me, and I had to go online and look at it. And
I looked at every single one of my mentions.
I did. I went.
And
I
we
spent
actually,
a half hour
the funny
doing
thing was,
this.
is we actually sat there and looked at it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because I would wake up every morning. So the funny thing was, I did this on Saturday morning.
The funny thing was what?
I did it on Saturday morning.
Yeah. Oh, it was like 2 days later.
I didn't start getting tweets about it until Tuesday morning.
Right. Yeah.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, because they had to wait for their paper to get published because apparently they don't have internet.
Oh, so now you're saying Poland doesn't have internet?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
All right, so we're going to end this before Sonarfeed turns into an absolute internet disaster where we already are. But
Poland has internet.
So this week we're not going to do music. You know why? Because music has been failing us since we started this. So we're giving up on music. So this week,
no. We're not giving up on music.
Good.
Hey, tonight re-inspired me for music.
What?
Getting Rickrolled re-inspired me. But tonight we're not doing music. Tonight we have too much content. We're already going over
music.
Next week we will definitely have music. So
you'll be sorry.
The last topic before Q&A, and I hope you guys have written down some of the Q&A questions so we can go back to them.
Oh yeah.
We have had outstanding questions.
No karaoke.
Only the first 3 get the bitch fail prize because you guys are.
But first,
up.
MLS most hated debate. Adam, do you have the stats ready?
Sorry, I'm looking at the bitch fail tweets rolling in for LeeRail.
That's the stats about the straw poll. Do you have the straw poll ready?
Straw poll,
You're a
yes,
cocksucker.
Yes, for last week, Stephen Lenhart in the first round, far and away close to half of the hate out of a field of 14. He's at 40.
Okay, hold on. No karaoke yet. Don't leave yet. Adam is not doing karaoke yet. That's going to be the after show.
I'm not guaranteeing any karaoke, but I'm not singing Like a Virgin, so you got to recommend
Like
something
a
else.
virgin.
Okay, so
It'll probably be a Marcy Playground song or a Fountain
most
Lane song.
hated. Let's go there.
Well, here we are, the most hated in the first round, and we're going to have a hate-off, and we need you guys to bring in other people that are not in the first round. But Stephen Leonard, far and away, 43% of the hate. The next closest was Jeff Lorenowitz with 18 votes and 14%.
You know what? Ginger. That's why.
Well,
no soul.
There's an unmistakable amount of redheads in here, but Lenhart is far away the leader. So what we are really looking for is people to submit some names of some MLS hate, so we can get our hate on for the second round, and there'll be a giant hate off next week.
Yes,
that's what we're looking for. So whether you're doing it in the chat room, tweet us, or call us on our line and heckle us and give us someone that you really just can't stand in the MLS.
We have 132 votes so far. We've done it. It's been a good vote, but Stephen Leonard, aka Sideshow Bob, has been by far leading.
I will say, whoever submitted Patrick Miarco,
Yep.
no votes.
Yep. So
Sorry.
one person was submitted.
Hang on a
nobody's
second.
voted for.
I think
Did we
that was
actually
Germano.
No. So there's somebody
Okay,
who watches
then.
this show religiously. His name is Brasbit. He watches this show religiously. We know he is going to be at Buckshaw Stadium.
Yes, he is.
Can we actually have him bring like a Sideshow Bob doll and just cut its head off and throw it out on the field?
Rats make shit happen. Let's do it.
I think that's a good idea.
I think we should.
The question is, will he shoot from the hat?
No, but Jen will.
Okay.
So
Lenhart leading the hate. Give us
watch
other
for
people
the
you
San
don't like.
Jose update later.
I'm doing a tweet right now for the current list. You can't rename someone on this list because there's going to be a hate off.
Yeah.
So it's got to be someone not on this list.
Wells Thompson just came in.
All right, Wells
who?
Thompson.
Wells Thompson.
He just tweeted us.
So real quick, we did skip one thing
on the
here.
list.
Get your notes right.
Yeah.
We did skip one thing here. We're not tossing stuff on the field because that's visible, but he'll make it visible. So I agree with that,
Are we doing a
Brasbit.
Smurfs prediction?
We're doing a Smurfs prediction.
Okay.
Real quick here, Adam, who do you think's gonna win? The Smurfs or Seattle?
Seattle. We're on
Score.
a roll.
Score.
Wondolowski's a one-man team, but he's not enough to take on our team.
Score.
We're at our best. A score? We're playing down there?
Yep.
2-1.
2-1.
2-1, Sounders win.
I'll go
We're
next.
On a roll.
We're gonna win 1-0. We're gonna repeat our success of what started Sonarfeed as a 1-0. We're gonna win 1-0.
That's the best. I like that.
Lee?
The
Lee's thinking, so hold on.
Well,
I'm
I'm going to do what's called
No. Lee's going with the 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay.
fatalist.
Realist. So, but talking
Actually,
about
you got to remember, Buckshot Stadium probably has more goals against for the Sounders than any other MLS stadium we have.
Firepower, bitch.
All right.
I think 1-1's a good score. I still hope for 1-0.
I'll go with 1-0. I'll take a win. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my God, Brian Anderson at Byland, who I'll meet for the first time in person.
We're gonna drink together, Brian.
I think that is maybe the best question.
What?
Yeah, come on in. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, move it. Yeah. Does Don Garber count? Okay, give me my beer. Oh, it's empty. Does Don Garber count?
There's a little sip if you want it.
I think Don Garber should be
get him on the survey. Don Garber.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. We're going to go with Don Garber. Let's go with Camille Galati, too.
Is that?
God.
We're going to take a quick vote here. Can we put a non-player that's associated with the MLS?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Because this is a watershed moment in MLS hate. Someone who's not playing on the pitch gonna make the list and could beat Leonard.
Well, Bruce Arena could actually be on that list too.
Well, no one.
But you know, Bruce Arena, I don't like Arena.
I don't like him either. I saw him yesterday. I almost punched him in the face.
All right.
I was on the field. I was this far away. I could have hit him.
Don Garber's on the list. Don Garber on the list. He submitted it. He's in. I guess it's wide open.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's beautiful. So
wow. We have watershed moment.
No, we're gonna do a special refs episode. Next week is probably pretty full of U.S. Open Cup stuff, so we're going to do a refs episode in 2 weeks is the idea. So hang tight on refs.
For what, wrap up or what?
Refs.
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 Oh, yeah.
Refs are separate.
Keep your ref hate.
I have a whole bunch of data on refs that we're going to talk about.
That's an after-school special coming soon.
We joke about calling him the talent, but when it comes to refs, he actually is the master. He's mastered other people on Twitter.
Look, I hate Excel. This dude has got pivot charts and tables for fucking referees. I told him I would build him a database.
Should we make him available?
Merritt Paulson, I will. Yes, I will. Merritt Paulson. I hate that.
We need a vote. Can we? Okay, Merritt Paulson's on the list.
All right, Chaz says add him to the list. Chaz is winner.
Hey, you know,
I didn't say it's a database. I want my Excel. I like my Excel. I do pivot tables and make things look pretty. That's just my little thing. I like doing that. So at this point, I think we've hit the majority of topics. We can go on and on and on about this topic. I think what we're going to do is we're going to kind of cut it off. We're going to keep it open for more. We're going to keep it open tonight for more. Last week was phenomenal when we ended the show. Like I said, I was up till about 1 or 2 because you guys were amazing, giving us feedback all night long. So keep the feedback coming on. We're going to extend it. We had the players. We're going to leave it as players. We're going to have, sorry, I was reading it. We're going to have players, staff, management, no refs. No refs in this one. But basically owners, the head of the league involved.
You can also call us tonight. You can also call us with this information, 425-390-4365.
Let me double check the number because Lee's got that wrong before.
425-390-4365.
That is correct this time, Lee. Thank you.
And we have Kraft being mentioned here. Owner.
Oh, Bob Kraft.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Good, Bob Kraft.
Bob Kraft.
All right. So with that said, we're going to go to the unofficially best part of the show, the Q&A. I guess the best part's the end, but hold on.
Q&A?
We could get to the president by the end of this. We could get to the U.S.
And if you have anything you want to add, feel free. All right, so we are in the Q&A section. We have Chaz sitting slightly off camera. We didn't have enough time to test. Yeah, he'll be on here in the after show in a few minutes. We're working on a secondary camera as well. We'll have that ready hopefully in the next week or two, so we can kind of do more of this open session stuff.
So our guests actually have an opinion and view.
Yeah, you hope that you can hear him a little bit. You've got to speak up a little bit when you're ready to talk.
He's actually got a pretty girl next to him too.
Yes. So she might say something too.
We're this sorry trio. He actually brought a woman in here, which is shocking.
Thank you for the. All right, we appreciate that.
I'm going to say real quick, if you're a guest and you want to ask a question in here, great. You can log in this Ustream. It's free. Create your free account. You can chat with us here. If you join the crowd, you can get any updates when we're online, etc. If not, Twitter us. We're going to have Twitter questions. But first, Ryan_C_M on Twitter asked an early question. I think it was last Tuesday, actually, the day after.
It was right after the show.
Because Ryan's a great guy, by the way.
He's a wonderful guy. Yeah,
he is. He's a nice little guy, skinny little dude.
Yeah, really. Yeah, wonderful guy.
He needs to eat noodles or something.
But he's cable, man. He'll kill you.
He will.
He'll choke you out, Lee. Don't call someone skinny, man.
So
we all prefer TNA skank.
this is a TNA is good, yeah. You like the Timbers Army skank? Wow.
Wow.
All right, so this is a non-soccer question. What is the best and worst Bond? Now, you answered with the movies.
I just did movies because it was very difficult for me.
So, go ahead.
I mean, I just went with the movie. I didn't know that he wanted the actors. And I love A View to a Kill, and it's totally, there's two elements.
Go.
Duran did the theme song. Christopher Walken's in it. It's the best one ever. 1985, I'll pirate you the music. Just get to me.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
No, we're not leaving.
No, I'm not leaving.
I can't believe you all stayed, so thank you all for staying through that. But, okay, I would agree that Christopher Walken is outstanding. I love Christopher. If you guys, this is not a Bond topic, but if you have not seen Joe Dirt, go watch Joe Dirt.
Or Suicide Kings.
Hold on. Oh, that's good too. Suicide Kings is wonderful.
You. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
It is. But Joe Dirt is an amazing, stupid movie. But the role that Christopher Walken plays in that movie, if you watch the director's cut, his only requirement, he got paid like nothing. He wanted to determine how high his hair was. That was in his contract. How high is my hair? So I love Christopher Walken. Now, Lee, what is your opinion on the best Bond?
Daniel Craig, by far. I like the reboot. I like Daniel Craig. Roger Moore was a great James Bond. Sean Connery was a great James Bond. Daniel Craig made my wife wet, and that's all that matters.
So, wow. I hope she's not. Oh, you are watching, Amy. No, she's not watching. When I saw...
Somebody's got to do it. Like the peanut
gallery.
gallery.
Wow, look at that. Somebody has to do it. Yeah,
Actually,
wow.
that wasn't me. That's from the live audience.
When I saw Daniel Craig jump on that boat and ride down the river, I thought...
That was David Beckham in the opening ceremony.
That was him too, I know. But I saw Daniel Craig do that, which when I saw Beckham, I thought of Craig doing it. I was like, this is going to be the worst Bond ever. And I got to say, he was darn good. I don't know that I can name a best or a worst Bond because I like it all. I mean, I am just Bond.
You're a dirty bastard like that.
I am a dirty bastard like that. So, okay, that was the first question. You guys have more questions lined up for me?
We do.
Okay.
So we do have our first call-in question. Our first call-in question to our voicemail was from Kareem4U97. At Kareem4U97.
Kareem, thank you.
Asked us, what do you think Tiffert could bring to the midfield after Fernandez left the Sounders, and what impact on the playoffs and winning the playoffs will he have?
So the talent will speak first. If I can. Can I speak first? You want to lift my laptop up first?
Oh, are you offering me the mic?
No.
Oh, okay.
So my opinion, because I like to go first in this case.
You like to finish.
Someone's got to do it.
I do like to finish first. I think Tiffert with Martinez, along with the addition of Eddie Johnson, which I can't believe I'm actually saying, this takes us from that team that went to Salt Lake City. I was sitting in a hotel room in Milan while this guy over here had driven 35 hours round trip to see them.
With some political zealot.
I went to San Siro that evening to watch Inter Milan play. This changes our first round bad luck. I think that Tiffert, Martinez, and Johnson, I know I'm not answering the question yet, I'll get there, but I just think that combination with what the other talent we have makes all the difference in the world. 11 out of 12, you got here a week ago. How do you come in a week? You don't know the guys, you're quote unquote not fit because you're only in your preseason. You come in, you understand that you play 26 minutes, you have a great shot on goal, you have 11 out of 12 passing, 92%. I'm flabbergasted. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps hearing myself talk right now, which I usually happens anyways. But no, I mean, what the subject I'm talking about. So that's my opinion. I think he can be, with the rest of the crew, the difference maker. That is alcohol. Okay. I'm going to let Chad start because he's got his finger up. So talk loud.
11 passes that you're talking about were all diagonal. All diagonal. He's looking at those passing channels, those passing triangles.
Yeah.
We have never seen that before. He is the upgrade to Brad Evans we've been always looking for. No offense to Brad, but he is that box-to-box player that is known as the Italian regista.
Yes.
It's
Praise
something
the
where
baby
he can
Jesus.
distribute better than Brad can.
On the after show, you're on to watch because you're right.
that just made Lee happier than you can ever imagine in his entire
Oh my
life.
God! I think you just made me happy.
After I get my Levesque jersey in Super Cyan, my next jersey is going to be Tiffer. And you're right.
Captain is Yatta from the
Club deck.
All right, so I think we answered the question, though, that yes, Tifford, with the other addition. Tifford by himself, I think, is still a great signing, but Tifford, with what Adrian and the team have done, beautiful. Absolutely love it. Okay, next question.
Retain Adrian Hanauer is the hashtag, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, so at the beginning of the season, I jokingly said fire Adrian. I was not an EJ fan.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anyone here did. I've just seen that it's true. They should retain him.
Oh, I agree. I'm saying I was jokingly saying fire Adrian because I was going to use my 4 votes from my family as a statement, as a joke, because I'm a sarcastic kind of guy. And then people were
honey badger on me.
People were actually saying
Honey badger for him.
People were actually saying, let's fire Adrian. I mean, I think that Adrian has done phenomenal.
Who's done better in MLS? I mean,
Merritt Paulson.
Oh yes. Well, actually,
that's not why you made the hate list.
Gavin did pick up a point this weekend.
Oh, he did. Well, and if you look at it, they've lost 1-0. They've tied 1-1. Their season's turned around.
But hang on. No, they also lost 5-0.
I know, but if you look, no.
Oh,
did you read the article today?
No.
There was an article today that said we've turned the season around. We've turned the season around.
So the Berliner actually is. We're going to get off topic here real quick before we go to the after show. The Berliner staff has actually asked us to bring up a topic.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, we are somewhat Sounders and Seahawks fans because we are in Renton. VMAX down the street. Terrell Owens was here in town. Terrell Owens has officially been offered a deal, a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
And the official question from the Berliner staff is, I quote, "What the fuck is up with the Seahawks signing T.O.?"
All right, so I want to answer this one first too.
Really? Can I actually say something for a change?
Go for it. I'm gonna allow you to go first.
Thanks, Talon. What the fuck is up is this right here. The Seahawks want a winning season. If anybody can talk to a little man who's got a complex, it's Pete Carroll. He's been doing it for years and years and years, and somebody's got to slap T.O. around and put him in his place. He's not going to come to the Seahawks and do no goddamn popcorn dance around a goalpost. It's not going to happen.
Okay. We have about 5 minutes left till karaoke, just so you know.
They can still hear us doing karaoke.
Okay.
Proving that.
Well, no,
we got
technology.
My comment on this one is, if you make Siggy the coach of the Seahawks, he will do with T.O. what he's done with EJ. Because in my opinion, not maybe as bad. EJ and T.O. were pretty close.
Wow. I don't even have a counter to that.
Head case. Do you disagree?
No, I'm not disagreeing.
Head case. That is now playing. I think Jeremiah Oshan tweeted this morning or earlier today that he thought that if Eddie Johnson had gone to Montreal when they had the first pick, it would not have ended the same way that it has ended for us.
No.
And I agree with that. I think Siggy and his team, with the teammates,
Yes,
have made a difference.
T.O. would become the master of headers. Yes, that would happen.
Brad's been always on the good one there. That's good.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. This is our official end of the live show.
I'd like 10 seconds for the MLS hate.
Go ahead.
One more time. The people that we have on the list so far for the second round for the hate off.
That's it.
Ariane Cullen. How are you pronouncing his name? I don't know who the hell has submitted him.
Got that.
Daniel Hernandez. David Beckham, thanks to Dan Shirley. We didn't want to put him in. Someone else. He wanted it badly. He got it. Diego Chara. Wells Johnson. Don Garber, Merritt Paulson, and Bob Crafty moved into the realm of owners and front office people.
Okay, do you have anything you want to add before we go to the after show?
Shout outs.
No, I'm going to Kansas City.
Going to KC.
Going to KC?
We do have.
We have a few shout outs we want to give to a few people this week.
And it's a real quick one.
While he's looking them up, I want to just apologize for the feed. My laptop had a big fail.
It was my fault.
And I apologize. Go for it. Shout outs.
Shout outs to M. Hernandez 96, Chris Seattle, Sounder Zoo, Mel Metzger, Kevin, Jesse, and Daniil 10. Thank you guys.
I do have a couple shout outs here. Though we weren't there last week, we still are on a full-blown winning streak. Cheers, brother.
This is a honey badger.
Honey badger
At the Berliner.
Shot.
at the Berliner.
It's 3/4 Baron Jaeger and 1/4 Jägermeister.
It's poison, basically.
Victory
I do want to
Saturday,
shout out that though we
Wednesday.
will not be there this week, we will be back next week. Terrible Beauty, Rats Trivia, straight up.
Yes. And so I want to end it with, before we go to the break, we come here a lot. We like the Berliner. They're great people.
Home base.
It's our home base. We come
Rats
here,
home base.
We come here for every away game. We're going to keep coming here.
and home games.
We come here for home games. That's right.
The bus.
We take a bus, which if you don't know about that, we all arrive here. We have a drink or two, ride a bus for $10. If you spend $20, you get the $10 off your bill. So basically, you can almost ride for free if you drink 2 or 3 beers. It's basically almost free to take the bus. That way, you don't drink and drive, and by the time we get home, you're sober and you can go home. It's a wonderful experience. I also want to say that this week we are all going to the U.S. Open Cup. We are very excited about it. Endless Revolt, our friend Brian, who's not here tonight, is also going with us. So the band that went to San Francisco, we're getting back together.
Same guys.
We're going to have a good time there. If you are in Seattle and you have Gold TV, watch Gold TV. If you're in Seattle, you don't have Gold TV, you can go to many places. The Georgian Dragon, the Dre, the Office.
Berliner.
Well, hold on, I'll get there. But there's lots of places that are out there for you. The Sounders FC tweeted that this morning. There's also 2 events that Nos Adietas and Sounder and Hart are putting together. One is downtown. It is called 95 Slide. It's a bar downtown. I've never been there. It's an over 21. If you're under 21, join Dave Clark at Better Than on Twitter, who's one of the main writers and founders.
It is spelled BEDIRTHAN.
Yep.
It's a D instead of a TT.
Yep.
There's a D for Better Than.
Join him. Is the Market Arms showing it too? If the Market Arms is showing it as well. But
All
Dave,
ages of the Berliner too.
and yeah, the Berliner, the best thing about the Berliner is it's all ages. I bring my kids in some of the matches. A lot of the other folks do as well. I believe they're also, the dogs are allowed on the back porch. So if you're coming out, please join them. The Sounder at Heart is hosting this wonderful event. It's a great place to view the event. Now, Rasbit, the last question here, is asking, if I'm in a truck in Northern California, what do I do for the game?
Cook some meth.
If Adam is going to put up a straw poll here after the match.
Is that what he's asking?
No,
Let me get on it.
I am asking this.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
I'm getting ready.
All I'm going to say is I'm going to be in Kansas City, and we are going to do everything we can to do a straight-up Sonarfeed broadcast as best we can.
There's
gonna give you
well,
as
there's
much
going to be a straw
digital
poll.
data.
There will be a straw poll.
There's going to be a straw poll going up shortly. How many people would be interested in an audio-only viewing of the event? Would you like to see an audio-only broadcast?
Even if you're
of the
watching
event?
Gold TV or not.
Yes. Yep.
But you'd
So-
be basically in the midst of
That'll be up there.
us.
Okay. So with that said, we're done.
We're done.
Chaz,
Straw poll?
Charlie, thank you very much.
He'll be on back in the after show.
We're gonna have him come on here in a second for the after show. Lee, Rael, it's good to talk to you. Thank you.
As always, brother.
Adam Smith.
We have a live audience. Andrew's here. We have a few people. And
Andrew, thank you for coming out.
If you ever want to come down and watch this, great.
Chaz.
Thank you all
Come down
very
here
much.
Anytime.
Miss Chaz.
It's all right.
All right, that was the wrong ending.
That's good.
That was brutal. This is the way tonight's gone. Because of somebody launching my issues there, I lost my ending.
That's all right. That's all
Bad
right.
signal.
Well, hold on 1 minute here.
It's right there.
Hold on a second here.
Okay.
We're
It's already
gonna.
in your tray though.
Really? Thanks.
Sorry. I'm done helping. I've
He's
ruined
done
everything.
helping.
I've
There we go.
I was in the kitchen, shameless as the dog was outside.
Wrong, sir, wrong. Wrong, Wrong, sir. Wrong. Wrong, sir. Wrong.